year. Dude, I need to get full screen.
Serial Killer 29. They
I need
spelled
the glasses.
it weird.
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, my eyes are getting bad. I can't read DI or names anymore. I'm gonna fail commentator and player status. This is bad.
Man, the reflexes are going, the eyesight's fading, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy.
I know I'm gonna have a niece in like a few days. I'm getting old. Help.
Oh, right now we see Serial Killer with the Russian pinwheel kick into the corner. Jimmy DR jumps out of the corner, reverses the situation. Now Serial Killer in a bad spot.
Yeah, keeping it real simple right now. Obviously, we know Jimmy more for that Marisa gameplay, but right now, just gonna be getting that simple level 2 finisher here. Not worried about that meter because they want the victory on the board.
They're going to get the victory, and Ryu's good at building his own meter as well, so, you know, it's not going to leave him too disadvantaged. I mean, he's already near level 1, so he's going to get that meter back within the next round, I would feel.
Yeah, and also, like, a level 1 on Ryu is one of the scariest level 1 supers in the game, so pretty much once you have that, you have a incredibly significant ability to stop your opponent's neutral, especially against the Juri, who sometimes will stay in that backfield and just get her stocks up. Not this one, though. Staying in your face, finding some good perfect gameplay, and also finding the throw at the perfect time.
Yeah, kind of reversing everything that went awry in the previous round, taking this one with a solid display. Now Jimmy DR has Denjin charge active, but right now Juri has her stocks active. Good throw escape in the corner.
Yeah, they did get that jumping heavy punch there. Could have comboed that into a dive kick, but actually was, I think, just looking for some meaty setups. Instead, going to get that back throw, take him towards the corner again. Really smart on the walk, but finally goes in for that drive rush, multi-hit into extra confirming damage, and the lockdown has started again.
The quick pokes, the throws in the corner. DR not really having much of an answer. There's the parry that he needed, though. Gets a good punish counter. Now Serial Killer in the corner. Hashogeki, but those loops don't work anymore, and unfortunately eats the throw for Serial Killer to take the first game of our broadcast of the ParagOnline ladder today.
Yeah. My guess is we get one more game of Ryu into the Marisa. I don't think Jimmy, if he's playing a different character, it's for matchup experience. It's to get more knowledge. It's to just improve as a player. If you've ever been in an online bracket, you know this man plays them all. So he's always there. See, not even on his main character yet, just hanging out with the Bison.
Yeah, and it's ladder format, so they have plenty of opportunity, ample cushion to afford to do stuff like this. So.
And Jimmy's won enough brackets in his life that he doesn't need to just win one more. He needs the practice, the tournament experience. That's really what's going to keep pushing him as a player. And it definitely has. He's improved so much in Season 1.
Right. You've seen him here before. We've all seen him here before. He's been here before, you know, so to speak. So it's like, you know what, let's try different things. Let's get accustomed to using this character in a tournament situation. And right now, their Bison do pretty good at the pressure game, using the Psycho Crusher really well, but unfortunately, ill-timed drive rush is going to lead them to a burnout.
Not often a problem you see with Bison. Kind of gets to use a lot of those EX moves, but you know, he's just kind of mashing for these big buttons right now, keeping his plus frames all of his own and attacking that drive meter and the health bar like nobody's business.
So many counter hits were landed there. It seemed like Serial Killer thought he had openings that didn't exist, and every single time Jimmy DR closed the door in his face, there was a good string of 6 or 7 straight counter hits that blew him up. But right now, Serial Killer is making sure to go full on the offense to make sure that situation does not happen again.
Yeah. Jimmy making some very impromptu decisions here with unsafe scissor kicks, but due to that burnout, he gets a lot of extra pressure. Easy level 3 to give himself a drive rush prior, but probably not going to see any DIs here. Have to be aware of that level 3 coming out. He still finds a fucking way. God dang, Jimmy. Way to make me feel like an idiot.
Well, in that situation, it was due to that Psycho Crusher, to your point in your defense there. The Psycho Crusher pushing Serial Killer closer to the corner, making the DI of an optimal play to force the stun and allow him to take advantage of that and whittle him down to now tie up the score 1 apiece.
This isn't even his character. Where does he have knowledge checks like this? Or is he just free-forming? I always gotta ask. I want to know with these players. Oh, what a great drive rush cancel there. Able to steal back that space and then use the overhead to great attribute.
The bomb, again, someone set us up the bomb a second time. Now having to try to fight their way out. The bomb's going to explode, and they block it perfectly, but it keeps them pretty much in a lockdown situation against Bison.
Nice, and keeping the corner, missing the meaty, and still the fear is in Serial Killer's heart right now. He does not want to press. Oh my god, and when he finally does, it's not close enough, and Jimmy DR getting that quick drive rush into their arms.
I think that round that saw the 6 or 7 counter hits in a row did more than just life point damage to Serial Killer. It did a ton of like mental damage here as well. He's not as confident in his offense. Now he's just backing away, backdashing, eating moves. There's the pinwheel kick to try to get out of it, but eats the knee press. EX on the way back.
Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, see, there is nothing scarier than a Marisa player who's like, yo, what if I just played the little less damage character, but insane
for people to come out here to ParagOnline. As we get ready, Jimmy DR, Serial Killer, Game 4.
Already starting off real strong with all these great buttons, and the jump back light punch, that's the Marisa. It still lives in his blood here.
It's so interesting to see how different character tendencies translate across, you know, a player's skill set, and seeing how knowledge of one character can influence the playstyle of another.
Yeah, because obviously his Brazilian DP, that crouching heavy punch, is so good. Like, yes. It's a little slow, but it doesn't make it a bad option. And he's still opting for that even quicker, less damaging button, just so he doesn't have to deal with the Juri pressure, but still finding their way in. Serial Killer is able to just click the buttons, drive rush forward, and keep that pressure on top.
Finding their openings this time out with a lot more success than the last 2 games, and now both players trying to find that drive rush poke, and now Serial Killer the one getting the better of these poking exchanges.
Nice. I really like that option. Great way to keep Bison off. If you get some Tengen stocks going your way so you can get the fireball, or just double dash forward into grab, you know, there's always options.
Yeah, Juri's got loads of them, especially when you're pushing someone into the corner like this, and now you got to worry about the potential throw loop situation.
Yeah, can't forget the OG $1 million character didn't earn that title for nothing. Do a good start here. Jimmy, even in burnout, still going to find some great pressure here. Scissor kicks into the restand. Micro walk forward into that perfect throw. And there's that jumping A. It never leaves his sights.
And now Jimmy has a drive gauge back as well. Pops the Psycho Crusher into the head press. Both characters right now, one good hit. And there it is. Serial Killer finding it with the low and now tying up the set 2-2.
My God, Street Fighter V coded. He's converting back to crouching medium kick, and now we're seeing the Marisa come out. You've activated the final boss condition. Go to win 2 games against the monster. Good luck to you, Serial Killer.
Yeah, fighting Jimmy DR in this scenario is kind of like its own arcade ladder. Fight 1 is a Ryu, Fight 2 is a Bison, then Fight 3 is a boss, and it's Marisa. So we get to see Serial Killer now against Jimmy DR's prized character here.
This is a real scary one too. Was on fire last night at gosh, I forget what it was, like called Touchdown Coliseum, whatever the heck I was commentating last night. But I think they ended up in 2nd place. Doing real good stuff. Anyways, out here today for Paragon, starting off strong with the ladder. Very close to double burnout on these guys, but the throw tech is going to give them a little more pressure. Unless they get hit, just forgot to block that one. Hopefully they won't forget that again.
Just getting smashed up and then straight down into the ground with Demakeris, and right now Jimmy is on set point to take this.
Is that little walk back, trying to bait out that EXDP or just like a bad normal? Very smart stuff, but Serial Killer being a chest step ahead and not falling for any of it.
Right now, Serial Killer making the most of their reach, but unfortunately, Marisa, Jimmy DR reaching out and touching Faith, taking them to the sky and striking them down like a meteorite. And now the pressure is continuing to mount with Serial Killer now at burnout.
Tries to go for that tick throw, but actually taking the hit. Jimmy, very conservatively smart gameplay right now, but gets the punish counter with the light kick. Does have the level 1, so we're probably not going to spend it. Oh, when's the last time you saw that move use the neutral?
You know what? It was a good play to do it on Wake Up, too, to catch them as they were trying to make something work. They're going to dry parry that, and that's going to lead to Serial Killer getting the close out of the round. Both players on set point. Serial Killer, however, has a level 3 waiting in the wings.
Yeah, of course, definitely means something. It's not a no option. My thing is always, does Marisa even need the level 3 to do enough damage to just murder you? I'm gonna find out.
That's the equalizer, because Marisa's base damage is kind of wild. Juri, not so much on the damage front normally, but very much death by 1,000 cuts philosophy.
If only she had a knife, then I could get knife life to play her again. Oh, disgusting Jimmy. Pulls out that final sheet of paper in the RPS situation and throws her into the ground for the final time, winning that set 3-2.
Very much a set based around power versus... It's not Gif, it's Zangief. I understand these fundamentals.
Yeah.
Emano is my main, so I take course.
Oh, shoot, no kidding.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into this next match. We'll talk about how we play right after this. We got Greasy versus, what do you think that is? Lchitu?
Lchitu.
This is why I gotta have somebody smart next to me, because they can tell me what I'm doing over here. All right.
I mean, I could be pronouncing that name wrong too. This is a new
it sounds
name
better
well,
though.
But
it sounds better.
Right now, Lchitu in the back with the burnout, and Greasy just air slashers all the way through the Hadokens. It's an unfortunate trading game with Dee Jay here, but Lchitu's still keeping them at bay, and Greasy, that could have been a scary jump in that situation.
Oh, we lose our controller, buddy? Come on! Get back on!
Tried rush in, tried the sway, didn't get anything off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Lchitu is very stationary. I find that interesting. He's not shimmying, not moving back and forth. He's just holding his ground, but unfortunately that's going to lead into the stun in the corner and a round loss if this combo doesn't drop.
Yeah, he definitely got that. Greasy might be a little sloppy here and there because he's slippery, but definitely clean with the combo.
Hopefully Lchitu, his controller situation's a little more stabilized as this goes on, because that would be very unfortunate.
Sorry, not strong. Using that soapbot and finding the punish, but not believing in it. I think he may have thought it was too far, but you can definitely buffer in that light donkey kick to get some extra damage in case it comes through. But it's okay. Live and learn.
But unfortunately, Lchitu just seems to be hanging on the edge of tomorrow after those maximum slashers and stuck in the corner, but good counter there.
Did not go into the level 3, wants to win this with the bar intact so that way he can keep going, and he's gonna do it. Nice. No faints in this.
Very nice. I liked it. He clocked that Greasy has a tendency to follow up on the projectile battle to try to win it, and just nailed him with the level 1, and that gives him 2 bars of meter to go into this round without having to expend all of it. Very good play.
Incredible stuff right now. Also, I do want to give a shout out to him. I don't want any of you guys leaving us, but Lchitu is streaming. So he does have the TTV in his name. I had to check.
Yes, he does.
Love that. I love when they have it in their name and they're actually doing it. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Woo, nice pickup and recognizing the counter hit. Using that level 1 to maximize his damage here. And then the Sobot light string is going to keep the pressure going for Greasy.
Right now is just using that pressure. Burnt himself out, and there's what Lchitu was waiting for. Burning himself out with the DI, but with perfect timing and perfectly placed Shin Shoryuken to take the round and the game. Well done.
Very scary situation, but didn't falter, didn't fear, just found a good button and went for it all. That's the best way to play this game.
Yeah. Well said, especially at that time where he had the drive gauge advantage, may as well cash it out with the DI.
If you play like you know what you're doing all the time, eventually it'll just start working. You will find a way.
Good reach out there. Jackknife maximum by Greasy.
He has done so much drive damage for, you know, obviously he burnt himself out, but he has just not given him even a moment here. Ryu gonna falter just a little early here. Oh no, I thought he had another jackknife kick, but finds a second one off incoming anyway, so it's fine.
He kind of made up for it there a little bit, yeah, but I feel like DJ is a character who really does make the most of Drive Rush. Like, that's kind of his main tool. Like, look at his approach speed. Like, he just closes the gap of almost the full screen with his Drive Rush.
Yeah, he was built around this game system, which is great because the last couple games he's been in, he has not been built for that system at all. So they really wanted to make him as nice as possible. And Greasy making it look extra good, giving us a cinematic to finish out the round here. Real nice stuff, tying it up with 1-1.
I'm convinced this is DJ's revenge for SF4 into Ultra SF4.
Yes.
Where, like, he was, like, already low tier, and then Capcom was telling us, we buffed him, guys, we swear. We buffed him. And he just got nerfed in Ultra, and we were just like, what are you doing? Well, where was the buff, you know?
Oh, for sure. No, they, the greatest lie ever told. But I will say, as somebody who played against the DJ a little regularly, I don't know if we ever wanted that character to be really strong in 4. He's kind of a menace, even as a bad character.
Yeah, he's got tools. He's got his own tools and ways to get in, but in that sort of game, it's kind of wild. And in this game, he's been, like you said, built around this. And right now, Lchitu's taking apart that base bit by bit and forcing him into a burnout.
Nice. Got hit a couple times with just the spare. It worked! It went!
Oh,
put your eyes on the road!
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate. He must have thought Greasy was going to try to jump in and went for the Shoryu instead, but, you know, we saw earlier that Greasy has a tendency. He knows he can win the projectile battle, and it's not paying off to engage with that unless you're going to throw the level 1.
Wasn't exactly sure where that crouching light kick was going to hit in the air, so he just opts for the throw, and Greasy kind of putting in all the work right now. It's up to Lchitu to kind of pull it back around. Good break on the drive rush, but still falling victim to that incredible standing medium kick by DJ. Such an underprivileged butt.
Man has good range, has good priorities. Oh, that time the Sway didn't get anything, but nails him with the EX Jackknife Maximum. And now Greasy up 2-1. Greasy's got plenty of room here.
Yeah, it's crazy because you never see it, DJs use it, because they're too busy going insane. But he actually has one of the best pokes in the game.
Yeah, it says that when you find a DJ that's more disciplined, right? And then they start using the pokes and kind of the longer game instead of going in, like, you know, up to someone's face as they are wont to do. But right now, G2 fighting their way out of the corner, but they're in a burnout situation, so this is scary. Ooh, that was scary.
Yeah, but good spacing awareness. Sometimes that's just all you need to keep things going. Oh, he saw the blue and tried to read the drive rush, but not getting that instant actually paid off really well for Greasy there. I'm not, whether intentional or not, he got away with a free bar and a victory. And this round is looking even better as he takes him towards the corner.
Very good shimmy to start the round, avoids the throw, and already that's 2/3 of Lchitu's health gone. One good combo with that level 3 and it's over. Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. I see what I'm looking for on when I see you later in Bragg. It's okay. We'll let it slide.
It's all right. It's all right. But speaking of classic characters, Rasek with the Bison, talking about characters who are reimagined. Rasek with the Bison versus QUATRO's Cammy.
Yeah, definitely not the most drastic this character has been. Kind of a fusion of the Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 variations of this character. But Cammy, still as aggressive as ever, still as fast as could possibly be, but kind of fallen off the meta a little bit.
Just a tad with all the changes, right? I mean, the recent patches have kind of done some shifting around, but Cammy's still kind of deadly. Cammy didn't really get much changed about her. It's just everything else around her seems to kind of revolve, and, you know, as the world spins, as the world turns, so to speak.
she is definitely experiencing power creep in Street Fighter 6. And Rasek is trying to get through it, but both of our players down to just a pixel of health, and it's going to be QUATRO with a quick cleanup here. Drive rush into drive rush, get that extra damage.
Yeah, saw the knee press nightmare coming, parried it. Oh! Spiral arrow right under the devil's reverse, and now Rasek catching the air-to-air. The bomb has been placed. Nice drive reversal, gets the bomb disarmed, but Rasek's not letting the pressure go just yet.
Those kick spacing traps are actually disgusting. Not falling victim to that quick walk forward either. Just really consistent and solid play from Rasek right now.
That's a tool that Bison's always had. Those long-reaching kicks, the long legs of Bison, like always good for the pokes. And with this game, with the drive rush and then having the bomb set up here, but right now just focusing on drive rush and getting some throw loops here. And there's the knee press to close out the round.
You ever just whiffed your normal, but you already buffered scissor kicks, so you're like, well, I'm letting it go.
It's like, all right, I'll just, you know what? This wasn't what I... Yep. You know, have you considered...
Just letting it rock.
Yeah.
Yes. Crouching medium button to crouching medium button. We're gonna get that bomb placed. Let's see what kind of explosion we can get.
Forced the block, good lockdown, and now opened up with the level 3. This is going to do a ton of damage. Leave them wanting on drive gauge as well.
Nice, still challenges with the crouching light punch. Forward frame is enough to get through it there, but not enough on your defense to stay alive. That back throw is going to clean it up and give Rasek our first game of this set.
A good throw to close it out there, and Rasek kept good pressure, was very much not intimidated at all by the situation they were placed in.
There's got to be a cool combo from that. Go to training room and tell me later. All right.
Probably something Desk discovered on his YouTube page.
Yeah, there's something cool there. There's no way there isn't. That guy was hit so high. There's got to be something fun. Bomb is placed and
bomb
exploded.
detonated.
Use it or lose it, right? TSA's not letting that one through, I hope.
Oh, head press, good block, good parry there on the follow-up. Now the punish counter throw. And with that, QUATRO has, oh no! QUATRO had the pressure, but the drive rush came in on what wasn't a true combo, and Rasek picked up on it and then poked him out of it and closed out the round.
That was a wild one. Okay, okay, we still haven't labbed it yet. I guess you're still in tournament. That's okay. Oh, and a bad DP, unfortunately. For such a big character, his little hurt box in the air is so tiny.
Yeah, you see that a lot with Bison. You see certain things whiff, and you're like, did that whiff? But right now, good drive rush follow-up by QUATRO. The movement, the dashing in, the force Rasek into the corner, but Rasek immediately fighting their way out. They're going to pop the level 3. Yes, they are.
I think we saw a few too many mediums for this to kill. I think his math is just a tiny bit off, and I'm so glad I'm wrong. I'm so glad he is a better player than me. He deserves that win, too.
I mean, even if it didn't kill, it would have left him with a pixel, and half his drive gauge would, Rasek's drive gauge would have recovered. So it was a win-win at that point.
Without a doubt. Oh, I just like being wrong, man. Gives me so much gratification. I deserve to be on the commentary booth and not playing in these things. Ooh, some heavy kick. It's a good button to start off with. Definitely Bison struggles at that max range, but you have to be so aware of the DI. But I like the idea of presenting it now.
Oh no, the double bomb. Set up the bomb, explode it, set up again, and then finishing it with the Psycho Crusher. That puts Rasek now on set point.
Solid stuff all around. He is currently undefeated, looking for his 7th match right now. So if he's able to do so, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. A great option select there to make sure he only takes half that bar, as well as not the punish counter damage.
QUATRO's doing some quick pokes here in the corner, trying to make sure Rasek doesn't get any room to breathe. Good throw here. You heard
he got it!
Oh, nice.
Use that walk speed.
Yeah, that little bit extra walk speed that Cammy has just to move in close enough to close out that round and close the distance. Rasek's still on set point, however. seems like QUATRO's getting a little more aware of how Rosek plays. You heard the little sound chime of the drive parry, and QUATRO grabbed it in the last round with the punish counter. So QUATRO seems to be figuring it out little by little, getting the little pokes in to make sure Rosek doesn't have any opportunity to move.
Oh, dang. He got a little mixed up by the positioning of Bison there, and a little mixed up by the overhead, but the combo dropped, luckily. Gonna get a quick counter hit after the delay. Gonna spend that level 3 so that way he can get the drive gauge back and keep Rysek at about 1 bar, but you have to be aware of it. Using this level 3 is gonna put him so close to critical art.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point here, because there's going to be just one little tap, and QUATRO's been tapping here lately. There's the tap. Gonna cash out. Oh, no.
Ooh, no level 3.
Okay. Yep, no level 3 yet. That's gonna cause it. Yep. The stun, drive rush, Psycho Crusher into the critical art, the ultimate Psycho Crusher.
Taking it 3-0, but QUATRO had a really good idea going on there. I liked what we were starting to work with. I think more instant. Hey, and it looks like we got one more for you guys before we wrap up this bracket. Got Yo1 and QUATRO 109.
A battle amongst, you know, a canonical friendship that still blows people's minds with Elena and Akuma. It's actually kind of wild, but ooh,
yeah, they're even fighting in the market. Like this is just this is a friendly bout right now.
A friendly bout and Akuma in the same sentence is kind of wild.
I'm sure he enjoys it, just like any angry person does. A little friend ain't half bad. All right. Also, I just realized QA is an iron player. Sometimes rank can be deceptive, but also sometimes people just sign up for these brackets and they want to brawl regardless of where they stand in Street Fighter 6, and we always love those guys. Come out and play these games. This could be perfect for Yo1.
Yeah, Yo1 closing the first game here, and you know, it's always good to see players, like you said, regardless of perceived skill level, coming out to try to get something going, see how it feels. Because for a lot of people, this could be their first tournament experience, and it could set them on their path to see how they like it and what they need to improve on along the way. The replay, remember the replay feature in this game, good way to study tape.
Yo1 with these fantastic combos, getting that meaty grab set up there, and finding it again on the repeat. Really nice stuff right now. This Elena is working out beautifully.
Oh, good sweep there on the counter. Another counter. Immediately going, wow. Side, Rhino Horn, scratch wheels. Yeah, just going crazy. The beats in her head are just guiding her straight through this round. Counter DI.
Respect, Kyo. Gotta spend it, dude. When everything else fails, go for that DI. I like it. Keep it up, my guy. You got this. Take her out.
Oh, there's the Dogecoin dash in. There's the kicks. Trying to poke out. Counter hit. Oh. Got a little stop of the momentum there. Block.
Yeah. He's keeping a really good space, though. He might not know the exact combo to keep things going, but he is positioning really well in this fight.
Because the first thing I noticed was his position. Nice DI catching there.
Yeah.
Quick EX Shoryu.
Command grab! Let's go, QA! Level 1. Oh, it is going to get punish counter. Good awareness. Might have the level 2.
Level 1.
Yeah, that's sick. God, I don't even need level 2 to kill that. That's insane.
Remember, Akuma also has less health.
That's true.
So, glass cannon.
I think we should give him a handicap of 2, though. So he should just have a little more HP. I'm just saying. Just for the homie for showing up.
Ducked underneath that. Didn't punish fully there, unfortunately. Block. I'm liking Koye's defense here a bit. He's knowing to block. He's trying to remain patient, but now Yo1 is mixing it up. Uh-oh, the throws. Just throwing and closing it with the throw loop. Yeah, closing it with the SF6 special, and Yo1 taking it 3-0 against Koye here, unfortunately there. But again, you know, it was nice to see them out. Nice seeing them give it a shot.
Oh, heck yeah.
So
Cool,
we always
thank you for
encourage
showing up, dude. You did try your best, and don't. All right, looks like we are gonna switch up that losers one. Yes, Dee Jay. That was the character NeroTheBoxer played.
Yeah.
And then Dummy 420. I forget. Is this the one we saw earlier, or is this just another one, another Juri in that like pop star suit?
This is another one in the ISPA suit. Yeah, this is another Juri player. Yeah, Dummy 420 was last week he was playing, and he made top 8 as well. So
very nice. The repeat offender. Love to see it here, but NeroTheBoxer doing his very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Just kept him in the corner. The maximum jackknife's gonna throw Dummy with a pixel, but that pixel gets taken away with a quick little jab. You know, just kept it simple. You know, gave it a little kiss. Mwah. Keep it simple, son.
Starting off strong here. That feint could have been very dangerous, but a beautiful crouching heavy bunch to start the pressure off for Nero.
Good air slasher. Now Dummy using projectile. Dummy loves to move in and try to make the most. They got level 2, so that's going to be pretty scary if Dummy can get something off here. Dummy made good use of Feng Shui Engine last week, so that's something that's on the table in Dummy's arsenal.
Nice. Might see an activation here since we're very low on that drive gate. Let's see what the reset is. Oh, he doesn't care what it is. He's got a level 3 and he's willing to spend it. It's going to be game 1 for NeroTheBoxer.
Wow, that was a good press there by Dummy, a good way to do the reset to try to get the overhead, but NeroTheBoxer had the perfect answer and closing it out with the combo into the level 3, and NeroTheBoxer takes the first game of our top 8.
Okay, starting off with that 2-bar spend really early into an immediate EXDP. No gaps in my strings, I'm always plus. Throw him back and let's reset that pressure.
Oh, good low. Good punish counter there by NeroTheBoxer. Now moving into the throw. And Dummy getting the cross up.
Ooh. Went for that, like, little meaty setup where they feint the forward medium punch. Ooh, nice. Got the counter hit, but no confirm. Just working their way back. Gotten a ton of drive meter through their patience and a lot of health from NeroTheBoxer.
Oh, good low here with the drive rush closing out with the combo, and with that, Dummy 420 gets around on the board, and they've got 2 bars of meter here, so that could be scary at any given moment.
Solid pickup here, gonna take him towards the corner, go for that quick feint, try and set something up, but that crazy quick jump arc is gonna come in strong for NeroTheBoxer, plus frames. Respected and gotten out of. Good patience from Dummy.
Very good patience, yeah, and again, showing the patience there. Drive parry, gets the counter hit. Oh, that backsway into the corner is costing Nero big time. 2 throws, 3 throws.
I'd almost love to see a meter spend before this action happens, so that way they could have started going up. But honestly, the quick spend into a rethrow and just patience, 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 working out super strong for them. Dummy off to a solid strategy.
There's something to be said there, too, about using the Feng Shui engine in that way and then just going back to throws. You get the person thinking that you're just going to start going ballistic on your buttons with the Feng Shui engine, and then you just go up and throw them. It's a complete change of direction.
Oh, good pickup from Nero. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Feng Shui engine is one of those installs that, like, doesn't really exist in these games, but shimmy movement like that definitely does. NeroTheBoxer with such a solid pickup here, keeping the groove and movement moving into this level 1. Bang! Beautiful combo as well.
Wow, juggling them on the multiple air slashers, popping them back up, and then bouncing with the air slasher again, and taking them out with a Sobot kick to close out the round. That was a beautiful combo.
It really was. I wish I was good at Dee Jay. He's such a fun character. Oh, until you whip like that.
Good use of dodging.
Max range. Gonna go into that level 2 here, so that way they can get the reset once the combo ends. My guess is triple overhead. Oh, goes for the low.
Low.
I think Nero was thinking like me.
Might have been, yeah, and then just catching them with the low as they did the jump in, and now Dummy 420 tying up the round count on game 3.
Ooh, baby. They don't call him the boxer for nothing. Finding that kidney shot.
Nice catch with the anti-air with the kick, though, that time. And now trying to force the pressure back into the corner. Oh, sliding underneath and Now Nero's trying to immediately get their way out of that corner. They did not want to be there. They want dummies back against the corner.
Oh, that dash forward was really not the best option. Actually didn't see the level 3 spend after the Sobot kick, but able to clean it up with 2 quick throws to take him up a game and put him one step closer to moving on in this loser side bracket.
Immediately dummy opening up with the projectile, but not getting much off of it, and now getting the pressure.
Oh, God. I'm telling you, he has got quite... Okay. We're literally crushing lows over here.
No.
What game is this again? Gonna take him to the corner, get that safe jump set up, and just reapply this pressure. Oh.
Ooh. That
There's always something silly that happens in this game. It doesn't matter what skill level you're at.
Yeah, but unfortunately dashing in to try to close distance after that mishap and eating the air slasher to the face puts Nero now on set point.
Gonna keep a little bit of neutral space just for a brief moment till he finds a killer punish counter. Into that heavy punch. I don't even know what that special is called, honestly, because you don't see it so often.
The machine gun punch? I think that's what it is. I think it's just machine gun punches. Or machine gun upper, I think it is.
Machine gun upper into the level 3 here. Again, I don't think we're gonna kill, but I was wrong once.
No, this will... Yeah, it was just enough. It was just enough. Like, the last hit had to register for that finish, but closing it out with a little bit of... nope, we're going Rosek versus Iriam Games, a rematch of a tale as old as time in this ParagOnline bracket.
2 beasts. Let's be honest. There's no beauty here. These are 2 monsters showing up for us. Immediately going in for that low forward, activating the bomb, and applying that pressure with Terry stuck in the corner.
Trying to push out with the burn knuckle, and Rosek. This is a very familiar setup here, where Rosek wants to keep the pressure and apply the bomb, but Iriam Games with the Terry. Terry's got so many tools to fight his way out of it, and we're seeing them on full display here. Drive Rush trying to force Rosek back into the corner using the Power Wave and the Burn Knuckle, and unfortunately the knee press for his trouble.
Yeah, even though he's taken quite a lot of damage, you can't deny that he spent a ton of bar here. If Iriam is able to start attacking, it could lead to a burnout situation.
Ooh, he tried to rush in with the overhead on the Drive Rush, but eats the DI. With unfortunately no health left, and with that, Rosek just squeaks out the win in the first round.
It's so rare you see sweep just being used in neutral like that. I wonder if there was supposed to be a crouch medium kick for there to get the target combo, but hey, we'll never know.
We've seen Iriam Games use a sweep like that before to try to force a hard knockdown and try to give them an opening, but unfortunately did not pay off in this scenario. Rosek now counter hit again, popping the level 3. This should lead to a burnout, if not comes out really close.
I think we're on Sliver, but yeah,
Sliver,
just if
yes.
we can drive rush forward and start attacking it. No, we do not want to do scissor kick, because then we can go in with a quick perfect parry. Unfortunate. And Iriam already back to half of their drive gauge back.
Ooh. And like Rosek tried a perfect parry there, went for a DI, got thrown for even attempting that, and now kind of at a standstill, both about even.
Quick decision-making by Rosek is really still keeping him in this game. He's made a couple very severe mistakes, but the attrition battle is definitely his to win. Oh no, he needed to do jabs!
Unfortunately, I think that burnout situation put him in a bad spot. Immediately once the burnout kicked in, Iriam Games saw the DI opening and just went for it, so now we're tied up.
Pretty even on bar though. Shouldn't lead to anything crazy, but Iriam with a little bit more pressure right now, not going to be able to respond properly with that crosscut DI, but instead finds the corner again. Ooh, forced knockdown. It's a wild one.
Pressure now, Rosek moving in, planted the bomb on Iriam, gets the throw. That's going to burn out some of the time on the bomb again. Interesting, but he still gets the damage off the throw, the bomb detonating in the iframes.
Oh, good spacing here. Should be able to activate into that level 3. Give himself a little bit more time back, and also Iriam at practically no bar left.
Unfortunately, Iriam still has a critical art here, so... And Bison is in burnout. Now, Terry no longer has the crack shoot loop, but he's still a danger.
Oh. Might be able to chip with level 3 if he was just a little quicker. Instead, he's going to have to win this the old-fashioned way, and it's not going to work. The falling down light kick is just good enough to knock Terry out and give Rasek that round.
Kind of an unfortunate situation there where he moved in and Rasek just neutral jumped, and he wanted to move in, but he didn't want to move in that close, unfortunately, in that time.
Hugging range is a scary position for anyone. Unfortunately, not going to respond to it properly. What a backdash coming up from Rasek. Didn't want to commit to anything too much, though. Iriam working on a perfect, but I spoke way too soon. Bomb is planted. Let's see what they can do.
With the low jab, Psycho Crusher, bomb detonated, punish counter on the throw. Ross, oh, there we go. Woo, that was a little worrisome there. The momentum completely shifted in the Rasek's corner, but Iriam just did a quick little poke to just stop that dead in his tracks.
The Kasoge is real. Mash, dude. Press some buttons. There we go. I like our players brawling right now. And yeah, the brawl is still coming out. Even though it failed, the EXDP is always respected. Even over the level 1, you cannot punish that.
Oh, the head press, the bomb keeps him in lockdown. Good drive parry, avoids the throw, and this should... No, he's... You know what? I respect it. It's rounds to play. He's not going to throw the meter out.
Nice. And this time, not opting for that falling light kick. Getting the heavy kick, getting that full damage, and tying things up here. Rasek definitely winning the frustration war.
And right now, Iriam Games... Oh, there's the counter hit. I was about to say Iriam Games trying to be a little more patient, but he got countered for, and there's the burn knuckle to force Rasek in the corner.
Oh, not quite far enough for the walk forward throw. Unfortunate, just judging that distance, and it's really gonna hurt him here. Oh, he baited that out! That was intentionally dropped.
Yes, I could see that. Yeah, very, very well timed on that. And right now, this should close it. And with that, smashing him into the ground, Rasek up 2-0 on Iriam Games. But again, winner semis, the skill level of both players here, this is not over.
No, sometimes it takes 2 games to wake up against the Bison. Not that he's a very different Street Fighter character, but when you're just getting hit with button after button after button, it can just get in your head, and you just need to play your game.
Oh, absolutely. It kind of forces you in a bad position, right? It just puts you in a bad mindset. But right now, Iriam is kind of forcing their fire kick, power charge into a rising tackle, and now trying to keep that momentum. But Rasek knows how to fight through the waves as they come.
Ooh, bad confirm there. Not going to get the bomb planted that he might have needed to close this out. Going to spend that level 1 to get the burnout. Good awareness of their buttons. Level 1, honestly, not so bad here. Even though Rasek is very close to building another one.
Now, oh, he gets the counter, and now he's going to keep the pressure going. Good parry, and this should close it even with that damage proration. Iriam Games so close and just snatching victory out before the defeat there.
Yeah, it's crazy because like he was winning that whole time, but I think a lot of people, myself included, were thinking, no, Rasek still got this. He's playing it patient. He's got the right mindset to win. And statistics don't always lie.
Sometimes the numbers tell the story. Oh, unfortunately, I saw that he tried the burn knuckle there, and Rasek just caught him right before he could do it. Blocks the EX rising tackle. Many such cases. Sets up the bomb again.
I kind of got a little bit of deja vu there. I think we've seen that exact scenario. All right, Iriam gonna get checked on that that heavy punch fireball with the level 1.
Oh no! EX Psycho Crusher going over the power wave. Head press gets blocked. Iriam in the corner and eats a knee press to close out the round. Set point for Rasek.
Yeah. Playing really well today. Just not a lot of mistakes. Everything is really consistent. He is truly Bison gaming right now. Are we blocking? Oh yeah, yes, we are. Gets that full punch. Iriam is unfortunately a little mentally defeated right now. We will have to see if he is able to hold on and sneak out this win from defeat, or if Racing's going to get this quick perfect.
Just a sliver left, but now on Wake Up gets the throw as he pushes in, and immediately just introducing Terry Bogard to Street Fighter 6 with the throw in the corner, taking it 3. Is the actual game that was played. It was a well-played set across the board. You know, the 3-0 score doesn't tell the whole story. And right now, LeviHakai coming in with the Elena, the first character of 7 on his list against Greasy with the DJ.
Yeah, all I know is I saw that title card with some rival schools, and I just got a new favorite. Let's go, LeviHakai. All right, starting off strong here. Going for that quick feint, and immediately challenged by Levi.
Air slash. Oh, tried to sway, but LeviHakai just completely not biting. And now going for the scythe into Rhino Horn. Drive rush in, and she's going to keep the pressure going.
Hey, overhead. Check him in the corner. Get that DP. What's the setup? It's going for that medium kick again to get the plus range and continue this play. But it doesn't matter. EX Jackknife is going to mess up your strategy.
And we see Greasy trying to throw there. Didn't get it. LeviHakai now trying to pick them apart. Nice. Going underneath the air slasher. Didn't get the finish there, but still was a good play. And again, going underneath the air slasher. The projectile game is not going to work this time. Or at least not as successfully as it did before.
Ooh, did it chip? Oh, I gotta see this seat.
It did.
Wow! Great recognition from Levi. I was certain he was gonna have to spend at least that level 1 to go through it, but I heard level 1 isn't even invincible, correct?
I believe so, yeah. I do not believe it is invincible at all. You can get popped for that.
God, that's so scary. But off to a really solid counter hit here. Really scary when you get to Elena because she gets so much screen carry as well as damage, of course. And that level 3 is only going to extend this lead. Using DJ like the soccer ball and setting themselves up with only like a bar and a half of drive gauge.
Ooh, and just using the drive rush, stopping short. Greasy using the drive gauge again, going right underneath and popping them with the scratch wheel to close that out. Well done. Now, this is interesting to me because Greasy made so much mileage out of air slasher shenanigans, and LeviHakai is slipping right underneath them, so it can neutralize an entire setup game that Greasy has used to perfection early on.
Wow, even with, they're still able to get their button out in time, going for that punish counter again. Take him to the other side of the screen. Do we spend that level 1? No, we're saving it up for later in this match. Overhead into the EX, and that's a quick victory for Levi.
The Rhino Horn in the scratch wheel in the corner. LeviHakai is going to save that level 1. Going to have the meter going into this round as well. And immediately just continues rolling on, just as they were in the last round.
Yeah, very expensive play from Levi. But if you just keep hitting every time, it doesn't matter what the cost is, right? Like, we're just trying to maximize our damage, get the advantage as quick as we can, and if there's any problems in between, we're just going to deal with it. Greasy finally on the offense.
It feels like in that situation, LeviHakai might have thought they would have had level 3, and they were literally just a pixel off of getting level 3. That could have ended it. Popping level 2 on Wake Up. Unfortunately, Greasy saw that coming and is just going to uncork a machine gun upper to take the round and get on the board. LeviHakai, you know, right now, they had a good swing of momentum going, but let's see
oh my God.
They can keep their, wow, as I was just going to say, let's see if they can keep their cool, but little jumpy on the trigger there.
Yeah, almost felt like it was a button that wasn't necessarily intentional to come out, but you never know. Input switching around is always a problem that you're going to deal with while you're trying to walk forward, getting the DP afterwards. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, nice counter.
Take him to the ground, get that throw, and dash back in. Goes for the quick roll instead of the drive rush to get the guaranteed extra damage, but still closing that gap in Elena's unique ways.
Close the gap with a good punish counter here too. Greasy, you know, critical art range. This is going to be, oh, nice. Block, reflex
oh,
there.
The feint! Tried to maximize his damage maybe a little too hard there. Should have just gone for something a little simpler.
This is scary from both sides. LeviHakai is going to have the drive gauge advantage if they hold out here. This could come to bite Greasy. That's what I was wondering. He was going to go for the air slasher, did the feint, got grabbed for it. Greasy got a sliver.
That is punishable, and Greasy's going to take full advantage of that. Even it up 1-to-1 with some quick drive rush combos.
Right now, it's the start of game 3. Now, Greasy looking like they want to try to keep the pace going their way, but LeviHakai immediately stops it and forces Greasy into the corner.
Good block on that. Into the corner, get your quick meterless damage there, and reset for these throws. Overhead instead! Beautiful stuff. Does that access to the level 1 to clean up some extra health if he even needs it. Nope, he still had more damage to go. What a character.
Catching the perfect with the Rhino Horn at the end, signed, sealed, and delivering those 7 golden letters straight to Greasy, and now just continuing to run this into the corner. Greasy again back against the wall.
Alright, good pickup, gonna take him back to that mid-screen. Take a few just light jabs to build some extra space. Try and see what Levi's gonna go for here. The patience is definitely written on his face, and the drive rush into a special move to stop that momentum is a very interesting choice.
I love that Greasy is using more of the air slasher feints, knowing that Hakai has the counter to the air slasher. I am loving the bait out game from both players here. And right now, LeviHakai, oh, this is going to close out the round and take the game here. LeviHakai is going to go up 2-1 with the level 3, the kick, and the goal to take it.
Elena.
I never realized like how many of the level 3s have like my character's face smashing against the screen. It really is a lot in this game.
There's a handful in this one, yeah.
Like, obviously in 4 there was a lot, but there's 3 supers. Like, of course it's gonna happen a lot.
you have the graphics flex of that when it's like, oh, let's show this all.
Yeah, we were really excited about PS3 graphics at a point in our lives.
Air slasher in the corner, the counter hit. And Greasy's been kind of just poking away, whittling away at LeviHakai here, and the air slasher to open up LeviHakai for that last hit, and Greasy now up around in game 4. The sway back, avoiding the scratch wheel, and now Greasy, a complete reverse of polarity from the last 2 games you've seen.
Yeah, definitely switching to that positive mindset is working out so well for Greasy. Going for that neutral drum, but it's read immediately by Levi. This burnout is risky, but I see what he's going for.
LeviHakai tried the DI there, but Greasy blocked it in time. Good back and forth to get the throw. Air slasher shenanigans coming forward.
Oh yeah. Levi has a lot of work left to do here, and he's not even going to get the chance to do it. That jackknife is going to tie things up 2-2. Anybody can go on here into that winner's finals, but who is going to have the endurance to get there?
That's what we're going to find out here. I do like the fact that Levi has not switched characters. We've known him to have all these different characters, but he's just kept true to the Elena. Oh, throwing Greasy back into the corner. He told him, you are not getting away. You need to stay in the corner for this to work.
Oh, unfortunately, just not enough meter to get that parry out in time. Burns them out quickly, and now they got to deal with the old school cartoons. Nice parry combo. Quite enough.
The pressure here, LeviHakai just poking and poking. There's the DI into the wall, get the crush, and that will close it out. LeviHakai now on set point.
Taking it patient, taking it slow, but still doing some great work here. Greasy also has a great chance to keep things moving here. We've definitely seen his feints and his movement options have been the real clutch of his game plan, so has to bait more things out, look for some interesting options to get past some of these crazy Elena stuff. But if you just do solid spacing games like that, I'm sure we're off for a good match.
Yeah, both characters have some good reach, so it's kind of hard to play that spacing game. And what we saw there, Greasy getting a good little reach out on the punish counter. Maybe there's something again.
Excellent pickup here. Does have that extended drive rush to try and make this meterless, but I think he's going to go for that level 1 just to make sure. I don't blame him.
Yeah, and you're going to get 1 meter back over the course of this next round anyway, if it goes according to plan. So, you know, good play here. Both players now on set point.
Wing, the most fun part about Street Fighter 6 is when it doesn't go to plan and you still persevere through. So let's see what they can do here. Nice, perfect parry. Goes for that immediate target combo and finds the overhead into an extension. Time for the throw loops.
Oh, nice. Went for an overhead again, and that time Greasy answering with the EX maximum jackknife. And now Greasy fighting back with the air slasher, throwing in some feints to try to get them to move, and there it is, but just out of reach to make anything more of it.
Nice, yep, it's still his turn and finds the level 3 LeviHakai, even in the face of defeat, is able to clutch out that victory. Incredible stuff. They're going to be moving on in this winner side of the bracket, facing Marisa over in winner finals. Regardless of what happens, I'm excited to see it in BJR with the Zangief.
Oh boy, Zangief, and immediately, just as I was about to say it, immediately comes in with the rush and the pile driver to drive him into the ground, but Iriam Game just fighting back.
Yeah, this is a very interesting character in this game. He went from not being very good on launch to being an absolute menace season 2, partway through season 3, and now he's still got a lot of the things that made him strong. They're just not as overtuned as they once were, so still a very formidable character. Definitely has, like, I guess a gimmick, if you want to call his grab that, but you're not able to get to it. It sometimes can be very punishing, or dropping it mid-set, and that's going to give 3 of the games that first victory.
Yeah, you saw what the throw can do at the start of the round, and we saw what happens when you whip it throughout that. So BJR now kind of fighting on the back foot here. Iriam Games has it in the corner, so this could be interesting. Oh, nice! Avoids the Siberian Express.
Yeah, props to Iriam for even, like, seeing that that was coming in time, because that was an immediate cancel.
Yeah, just was like, nope, the Express is coming down my way, I'm gonna pump the brakes here, and he immediately just avoided it. But now BJR again catching him as he moves in with the rising tackle, drive impact. Iriam is seeing this coming. He is familiar with this matchup. He is played. Yeah. This is the sign of someone who has seen way too much Zangief.
Yeah, you're reading my mind over here, Winged. This man has played these games before.
He has seen Zangief. He's like, I know.
I know what you're thinking about. I know what you're going for. I'm curious if it was just in this bracket or if this is a match.
Oh my God.
Okay, maybe. Well, his training partner just learned something.
He wasn't. He wasn't even near him when that throw landed. Like, I think he was throwing out a punch or a kick, and the hitbox extended.
Level 2.
Doesn't get the kill, but puts him in a position to get the overhead to close out the round.
Cleaned it up really nicely. Unfortunately, we haven't really got to see BGR take off yet, as it had to play the very conservative game plan of a Zangief struggling to get in and responding so well to that heavy punch. Iriam just kind of looks like download was complete before you knew you wanted the program.
It's an interesting scenario because you mentioned him struggling to get in, but he's going against Terry. He's a character who wants you to try to get in because that's his space too. So it's kind of interesting, like, to see how he's answering this, because Terry wants you to get in, and then being able to just pop the power wave as BJR just held off at the distance. Wasn't making much use of it earlier, and that allows him to close out the round. Iriam Games up 2-0, and oh my goodness. I immediately get flashbacks whenever I see a pile driver just nail someone from disrespectful distances.
Very nice. Okay. That's a respectable distance. We need one more of those to close out this set. He does burn himself on the drive rush, though. Not sure if that was intentional, if we were trying to get a DI afterwards, but a beautiful backdash into a perfect. Good stuff.
Good SPD to catch him off of a throw. Your throw is puny, my throw is strong. Spinning wheel kick BJR. Now BJR is starting to find a little bit of their pace, but immediately gets countered by the...
You gotta have some of these level 2s available and active. Reset off of that hit. Yeah, just spending that EXDP, wants to get away from this, wants to, you know, try and make their way back in this round, but luckily you've set yourself up for success. Even if you die here, you know, it's not the end of the world.
Iriam Game's gonna have to make a split-second decision. There's the overhead. Yep, the level 3. I was wondering if that was what he was gonna do to try to close it. And with that, this should put Iriam on set point.
Correcto, but we are down a bit of meter. You know, once Sangeet has that level 2, we saw it earlier in this set, able to really get around the fireballs. You must be more conservative if you're playing parry, but, you know, let's see how they work it.
Nice counter hit kick there. And like to your point with the fireballs, Iriam hasn't really been making much use of the fireballs until this game, so he's shown that he doesn't really need it with the punish counter in the corner, the rising tackle, the overhead, and the rush to get the closeout counter hit with a jab, and Iriam takes it 3-0. Iriam advancing in the losers. What did I do to deserve this?
What a quick matchup here. Hey, before we keep going here, we've got like 23 codes left of this match, Areno. I want to get to this DJ matchup just as much as the rest of us, but please swing those in, get those done. We're getting really close to leading into our top 4 here, so please get that going, and then let's get back into this match.
Yeah, we're getting some quick matches in. Log in, claim code at 25 cents in the match arena. Link in the chat as we go quickly back in as we see Nero getting the corner advantage on Greasy, but Greasy with the back throw to force Nero into the corner situation instead and popping the level 1 to sort of continue that pressure.
Nice, goes for that target combo, and probably a punishable thing even in Burnout, but do you know the frame data on that? I don't know the frame data on that. Let me just swing it out.
It's like frame data on that is it's DJ, so
yeah, it's my character and I don't even know. I don't know.
DJ is the first where it's like, what's the frame data on that? And the answer is sometimes yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a frame data character. That's
you must respect it regardless.
We ain't doing math when we're playing DJ. Let's be real.
Good back throw here. Greasy's in the corner. Nero looks like he's trying to bait something out, but Greasy drive rushing out of the corner. Parry.
Ooh, nice. Going forward with that jab. DJ does have an incredibly solid jab. And NeroTheBoxer, definitely one of the reasons he's been able to use it here. Gonna have to finish it off because we're aerial. Yeah, we got the rhythm, we got the grind. Get it? Party time.
Got the rhythm, got the feeling. The rhythm of the screen, but unfortunately, catching it with the level 3 for his audacity. And with that, Greasy takes the round and the game up game 1 in our losers quarterfinals.
How dare you, DI? How dare you? I can buffer a level 3 and wait. Great stuff to Greasy. The little slime ball's getting away with it.
Just a beautiful read there. And now Nero just trying to not have that happen again. That's got to be in his mind. Like, okay. It's got to be in his mind. So just like, okay, can't let that happen. Now just pressure him.
Yeah, for real. I also just kind of realized they're both pink DJ, just in different skins.
Yeah, you got the black and pink on Greasy, and we got the pink and light blue. We got the blonde hair, the very shiny jacket, and hey, DJ. Look, NeroTheBoxer's DJ skin. All I'm saying, it's saying trans rights. So
heck yeah, let's get it.
Right now, up 1 round is NeroTheBoxer.
Going in here, keeping things plus. Oh, and a good challenge there from Nero. Trying to get him away. Toss him back to the corner. Greasy in a tough position here.
The feint doesn't get anything out of that. Both players whipping, but NeroTheBoxer getting the jackknife in the corner, and Greasy's in trouble.
You couldn't have said it better yourselves. Just a moment of hesitation. All it takes. target combo into the level 3 does more than enough damage to even up his set count.
It's going to be interesting to see this ebb and flow of both players, especially since, you know, it's a mirror match. So it's a lot of player knowledge of their own character, and also how familiar are you in playing the mirror match? You can know the character, but playing against it is a whole other different mental exercise.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's definitely something I deal and struggle with, being a person who shows up with their local a lot, because I like to be the one player character of my local scene. So that means I don't play against my character ever. So yeah, always a struggle there.
Air slash kind of fight their way out the corner. The sway just avoids, just slips and slides past the shot and gets the low kick to the shin. Now Greasy takes the round.
Corner tries to go for the backdash, not quite fast enough for Nero to press a button there in recognition. Backdash animations in this game are very subtle. If you're not looking for it, oftentimes you can get away with it, especially in the corner. Oh
yeah, and speaking of the corner right now, Nero's being forced into the corner. That jackknife follow-up at the combo, and now the throw. Throw there. Now Nero fighting their way out.
Such a nice light find their distance there, but the counter hit is going to knock him into the air and make for an easy pickup.
Beautifully done on the push in here. Now Greasy up 2-1 on game 4. That EX air slasher. Greasy's making good use of the movement. Now Nero is starting to catch the feeling of it, catch the vibe of it. Starting to move in and out and sway as well.
Now, I never see anyone DI Sobot hit. I know it's like a very fast move to come in from, but DJs get away with so much in this game.
Yeah, it's quick. It's a quick move. You find yourself in that situation of you want to DI, but it's just like in that moment you're like, and you just block it on just your reflex.
Without that, it's just there's not much else counterplay to it, I guess. So I guess you can jump over it, but
yeah, jump, yeah. Very risky, but with that chip out, Greasy's now on set point here in losers quarters.
Bro, here, giving himself some space with that, but unfortunately not spacing it quite correct. Getting a small pickup and the max damage combo coming in.
The jackknife in the corner. Now Greasy finding himself in a very similar situation that he put Nero in the last round in the corner, but with significantly more health. Big difference here, but unfortunately opened up into the level 2. And the rhythm is flowing and clean as Nero takes the round. Greasy's still on set point.
Yeah. Very happy he got the round, but it always stinks when your opponent is in burnout and you still have to spend that meter, you know?
Yes.
We're a little behind now.
Yeah. Especially Greasy having the level 3 here, so Greasy has the potential to do some huge damage.
DJ's just one of those characters that really needs that level 2 at all times. Without those iframes, when you're in burnout, things can get really tricky. And as we get closer with this burnout, both of our players are very close.
And Greasy's in burnout, now Nero's in burnout, so this is going to get pretty nasty here.
We were able to build up that level 2. Oh man, the movement!
Okay. Unfortunately, having to do that from the sway back requires a little bit of a distance to set that up, but Greasy just undaunted by that, and now Nero forcing Greasy into the corner. Nero has the momentum, is going to push in with the drive rush and the throw. Oh. Nero tying it up 2-2.
The rage quit. Nice. I think? Oh no, just... That's fine. I thought he was out of there. Nah. I'm glad.
He wants one more. He wants one more.
He unplugged the router and then he realized that another game was the whole game.
Let's see. Good reach out, good counter hit. Oh, nice way.
Redeeming these codes. Oh, the swat out of the air.
Nice. I feel like Greasy's starting to realize the distance a little more here. Finding his way away from those shots. Unfortunately, gonna hold the last little backstep into the corner to get the stun.
the maximum distance allowed. Ooh, a bad meaty there. Not the thing that screws him over, but he is being put into a tricky situation here. Back to mid-screen with a little less than full, a little less health than Greasy.
Less health, he has a lot more dry gauge to burn though. And he's gonna make use of that right here. He's gonna pop a super, he does. Pops the level 2, and if this lands, this should finish.
Absolutely phenomenal recording of the damage calculations. That's gonna be NeroTheBoxer down some bar, but up a game.
Yeah, and now 2-2 Nero on set point. This is for tournament life, so Nero just throwing it all out there. Greasy now fighting from underneath, but Greasy's got 3 bars.
A lot of bar gone. We need to try and get this level 3 early. Oh, that unfortunately might be a wrap. Even if this combo doesn't kill, we are on a very tricky situation, stuck in the corner in burnout.
Very tricky situation, unfortunately, and there it is, just like you said. Not much could be done there. Even though they were able to get out of the corner, they ate the kick when they were trying to answer.
Of different characters showing up, and that is the Elena showing up over here. I like this. I like this matchup.
Yeah, LeviHakai with the Elena coming here to bring the joy of the spirit of the earth, whereas Rasek here to dig holes and take souls. But unfortunately, LeviHakai coming in with the scythe. Rhino Horn now keeping the pressure going. Good feint. Good feint.
Wow. Yeah, recognition that you're like just a little too far away to go for that extension. Just like the masterful play that these top level Street Fighter 6 players can make. Levi has just been putting in the work, and I'm so happy to see him getting the results he so deserves.
Oh, absolutely. It's always a pleasure seeing LeviHakai in these tournaments, and always great to see how his playstyle has evolved and his adaptation here. Marisa using the Cycle Crusher to create some room, LeviHakai answering back with the Wake Up Scratch Wheel, and now we see LeviHakai Rhino Horn trying to force Rasek into a corner.
There we go. Going through their beautiful pickups. The corner, use that level 1 and clean things up. Yeah, we got the Geo in chat. What's up, Geo? Elena. Hope you're doing good after Texas Showdown, my guy. That KOF bracket was to die for. We love you.
Also going for the head press, going for the knee press afterwards. LeviHakai just keeping patient, trying to find the opening. Good throw there by Rasek.
Oh, and he heard you loud and clear, figured he'd do it one more time. Goes into the target combo, gets the not safe scissor kicks, and Levi is ready to punch.
Keeping the space. I love LeviHakai's little micro movements, just trying to keep the spacing that he wants, and finding the counter hit, Rhino Horn into Scratch Wheel, and the drive rush, and once again, finding the pressure.
No, top-level players should not be allowed to wear baggy clothes. I'm just saying. It's hard to see those feet. It's easy pickup here. Drive rush into drive rush. Finish this up. Doesn't even need that final extension. Levi is making short work here in the winners finals.
It's something to be said about how LeviHakai has just been, you know, applying the big pressure here on Rasek and just going all the way into the corner again with the throw. And now we're going to see a throw loop. Oh, not this time. Punishing it immediately.
I mean, it's the biggest weakness of Bison, right? If you are clobbering him on offense, he doesn't have a lot of options out. Has to spend those level 1s, has to build some space. But now that Rasek has it, will he let go of his offensive pressure here?
Right now he's imposing his own throw loop here. He's going to do a hit and a throw. Jumping. Oh, no!
That was empty. We can feel it, but LeviHakai definitely going to come through.
Critical art, just using him for target practice, and then kicks the ball into the net. Breaks it right through the net, and with that LeviHakai 2-0 in our winners finals.
A very swift 2-0 as well. Like, not that speed is the ultimate goal in Street Fighter games, but he's making up for lost time. I'll say that much.
Oh, very much so. And it's something to be said about how patient he's been playing too. Like, it's been speedy because of the, as I was about to say, because of the moments where he's able to take advantage of a mistake. It's been speedy. But LeviHakai hasn't been rushing in his play style. You know, it goes into the whole, you know, am I dragging or am I rushing? You know, he's not. He's perfect tempo. He's playing the beat he wants to play.
Yeah. His whiff punishes, just like that. These are the whiff punishes I pray for. Like, they're just perfect. Level 1 doesn't even need it. The DP is more than enough to clean it up. Thank goodness I'm not in charge of his meter management. But I can tell you about his set count, because he's 1 away from making it into the grand finals.
And he's been looking good throughout this whole set as well. Now, Rasek perfect parried the head press does LeviHakai. Now forcing them in the corner with the Rhino Horde, and this is where LeviHakai wants Rasek.
There we go. Got the poison activated. What do? We actually are able to bait out the parry, but no commit.
Counter hit here. Both players now showing some patience. There's that counter hit that Rasek wanted. Opens up for the bomb. Overhead, and this should set up the finish. Yes, it does. Double Psycho Crusher to close out the round. Rasek getting on the board. LeviHakai still on set point, however. Both players got full resources.
Oh, nice. The perfect parry. Gonna take the punish counter. Instead of using that quick throw, we're just gonna get that corner pressure. It's actually gonna bite us in the butt here, because now we're stuck in the corner against one of the scariest characters in the game, Bison, but the backdash will get us out of there.
Good side switch there by LeviHakai, forcing Rasek now into the corner with his Bison. And now the little poke and pressure. Oh, but that was reverse. Just go straight forward.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe he dodged that, making his hitbox look like a pixel here. Then he's going to be racing, probably using this level 3 so he can build some extra time back in his burnout. But it was used very early on. He's not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, now Levi. Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Unfortunate. Yeah, there was
one tree left in the woods. It wasn't very dense. It was a small forest.
It was a meadow, if you will, with one big tree.
He was in a valley.
Yes. Oh, unfortunate there. LeviHakai now back against the corner as we start game 4, but immediately fighting their way out of it.
That always makes me feel better, because even some of the best players in the entire country can make just a silly little mistake like, I'm just gonna press the I. He'll probably just walk into it and like, oh, I died. That sucks.
Yes. I mean, that's the spirit of the game sometimes. Like, anyone can make those mistakes or make those reads. It just depends on if you want to go for it. And LeviHakai fighting from underneath, completely undoing Rasek's pressure there. And even in burnout, getting the overhead and taking that round. And now, Hakai once again on set point.
No, it's counting him out because it looked like things were insurmountable. But sure enough, he's coming back through it all. Racing now, trying to make sure no comebacks like that ever happen again. Getting him towards the wall, and the reversal is to take him away.
Now in mid-stage, Rasek trying to reach out, gets the throw. He's going to drive rush in. Block the overhead, nice. Didn't block that overhead.
Quick, easy combos with the backdash, able to clean everything up here. Not the combo he's looking for there. Gets a reset though.
Unfortunate drop. Gives LeviHakai a lead on life, but not much as the overhead just comes smashing upon their head. And with that, similar situation. Second verse, same as the first. LeviHakai on set point. Rasek fighting for their life to prevent going down the loser's bracket.
I feel like, specifically with Bison, I get hit with that overhead so much because it looks so much like his forward heavy punch, like in the way he swings his arm. And I just get hit. It's like my
I can see that.
Established.
I can understand that. Some of the animations look close enough and makes you think another way, but good punish counter earlier by LeviHakai. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Going for the 4th? Fifth?
Oh, the fifth
there's a backdash.
Thwarted. Like it. Into burnout, Levi will go. He has to fight out of this. Does have the level 3 available. And on a much smaller note, does have the level 2 to heal himself back up if things get a little tricky, but probably won't be seeing that.
Wouldn't be too necessary, both in a staring contest. Oh, the head press EX driving LeviHakai face first into the ground, and just like that, Rosek going from 2-0 to 2-2, tying up the set. Are we seeing a reverse sweep in the making?
Not if Levi's got anything to say about that, but the perfect parry definitely has a voice in this argument. Great pickup here from Racek as well. Doesn't opt for the combo, instead wants that meaty pressure, wants to get another activation. He's definitely changed up his play style from matches he was winning earlier. I'm not sure if it's for his benefit. He's been getting away with murder a couple times.
Yeah, and right now, oh, I was just going to say LeviHakai stuck in the corner, and that danger the bomb poses by locking you down into those positions you're in, blocking, drive parrying, allows Rosek to come in and get the throw and the punish counter off of that. Now Rosek, first time in this set, is on set point.
But Levi does not like that. The attrition, the violence, it's coming out in full force. His corner pressure is insane right now. Not going to go for another meaty, no, instead going to get this full parry situation, the punish counter into the perfect Levi with 3 bars.
Final round, both players on set point for our winners finals. Winner advances to grand finals and immediately gets the punish counter, but doesn't get anything off of it, unfortunately.
Opposite around can definitely go for these throw loops, but Levi is ready for it, going for that reversal. Counter hit does lead to some additional damage here.
Oh, the pressure is building. It's forcing Rosek into the corner. The damage is piling. And popping the level 3 is going to do some hefty damage. It's not going to get the kill, obviously, but it's still going to do some hefty work here and give him good positioning.
Oh, nice. Trying to bait around that throw range. Throwing out normals, just trying to get in his face, and eventually he finally cracks. It might have taken 3 games, but LeviHakai still takes it out.
See who meets Rosek. We got NeroTheBoxer versus Iriam Games.
And we were excited for this matchup earlier. I think we're in for a really good showing here, but it really does come down to who gets their party started first. Terry's is a lot more mild, just good buttons and consistent pressure. Terry, I mean, it's just, or I guess Dee Jay rather, it's just a normal party. Let's see what he can do.
Right now, Nero just forcing Iriam into the corner, air slasher coming in. Rushing in with the overhead. You know, it's interesting that comparison you said, being like a mild party in the case of Terry, because you kind of see it reflected, not just in the playstyle, but like how Terry has to approach. Whereas Dee Jay has a lot of flash to him, has that sway, move in and out, and there's a whole lot that makes his party a little more spicy. But in this case, Iriam just takes the first round. See if this tells the tale of the rest of the set.
Yeah, sometimes salt and pepper is all you need to make a dish work out well. I do appreciate the multiple spices, but constant, consistent game plan is a great way to keep things going, and that target combo is punishable. Again, no belief in your punish counter damage. Come on, man, we gotta lap those out a little bit. This character's been here a long time.
In Iriam there, we're getting the counter hit off the rising tackle. Unfortunately, jackknife in the corner, rising tackle. Yep, I was just gonna say rising tackle probably coming again to force Nero out of the, force Iriam out of a bad spot there.
We have CA available. No way. We're going for the side switch instead into backup DI. Iriam Games with a level 3 finisher. Rising Geyser.
Oh, that was beautiful. Getting the side switch, forcing him in the corner, then nailing the... Didn't need to pop the level 3, just needed the level 2 version with the Power Geyser and just finishing him off in the corner. And with that, Iriam Games showing that, hey, there's salt and pepper, but, there's a little bit more spices in here. We got a little something extra in here.
Better believe it, with jump-ins like that, he's coming to the cookout every time. Let's get it. Knock him down and tack that throw. Nero needs to find a way through this Terry.
Slasher blocking. Ooh, caught him on the drop down from his jump. The sway back, we talked about that earlier. He needs to clear some distance. Fire kick gets blocked and then countered.
It's rare you see an interrupt on a drive rush like that, but his target combo is a good one to interrupt through. Wow, that range is insane. And there's that sweep. We talked about that earlier being an uncharacteristic thing for characters, but still, Iriam making it work for him.
Oh yeah, Iriam likes to throw that out a lot, it feels like. Like, a lot in comparison to how other players throw it out, if you know what I mean. He likes to throw it out there to make it a threat, to make it like, hey, I can force this hard knockdown because you're not expecting it.
Now it's up to Nero here, starting to tick away at the damage. Just needs to find some sort of gap to get himself moving. Unfortunately, Iriam instead finding that quick low gap, working his own way.
Oh, nice! Crack shoot as he tried to jump in.
Respect for trying to confirm that. That was definitely a late, last-minute decision. Level 3 gonna even up the life bars and add a little bit of drive gauge deficit.
He tried to rush in there. Iriam was ready for it. Gets the jab, throw, and now the overhead, and this should close it with the level 2 geyser to finish the round. Iriam up 2-0. Nero fighting on the back foot for their tournament life.
I might have jinxed Levi with it last time, but he still won. This is a pretty quick 2-0 right now.
Yeah, like right now Iriam is... I feel like Iriam is figuring out how to neutralize that sway, because that back sway used to pay off very well for Nero in the past, and Iriam is just not letting that happen here. So maybe that's what's coming into effect here. But right now, Nero kind of reversing the pressure. The good neutral jump for the punish counter.
Yeah, that's one way to get around your shortcomings. Just jump again. Let them pick something silly.
Oh, good drive rush. Well, they're good. Punish on the throw. Bounce him off the crack shoot. And with the Buster Wolf taking the round, Iriam Games on set point.
Just real solid right now. He's consistently winning small interactions time and time again. Just with better button placement, picking the right options. But it might finally be NeroTheBoxer's time to shine here. With that meaty setup, not confirming into a full combo, but still has the opportunity to make things go his way here.
Good overhead here. Quick burn's gonna... Oh, I thought he was gonna push in on the wake up, but he probably saw something he didn't like. And now this is gonna force Nero to unload a little bit here, just go into burnout and close out the round. Nero fighting for tournament life. Iriam Games still on set point.
Nice. Jackknife coming through. You gotta spend it at some point. Checking the plus frames there. Nero not respecting it and getting his due comeuppance. Oh, yo, we're playing SNK games. Let's go, Iriam. That was sick.
Crack shot over the air slasher.
That's what I'm talking about. He's in the zone. He's spending the EX and he's power guysing into losers finals. Iriam Games. Wow,
Beautifully done. I was not expecting the crack shoot in how he plays, and it turns him into a monster. And Iriam right now, we'll see if that monster gets awakened against M.Bison, the man who sent him into loser's bracket in the first place, and already 2 punish counters.
Yeah, definitely studied under some life fay right now. My God, just pulling out every button. Even a very ignorant dash forward there. Still working out his way and not respecting the plus frame. You even see the screen shake.
Now Rasa gets the counter. Here's the bomb setup. So it's going to be nasty. Throw. Nice. Got him stuck looking. Ate the punish throw. But ate the rising tackle in return. Burn knuckle close distance.
Yeah, I don't think that was the plus version, though. Racing definitely could have pressed, but instead we're going to see that level 2 power geyser trying to get through extra plus because we're in that burnout. And now let's see how many throws we can get through. Woo! Challenge! Very smart. The Abare.
Good challenge. Very good challenge. I was a little scared there when he did the geyser and it didn't kill, because I feel like... Oh, wow. What?
What is this game? Never mind. Go back to Guilty Gear.
went up. I mean, hey, it's just the laws of gravity. When you go up, what comes down is going to outweigh what goes up. It's gravity.
Yeah, dude, those steel-toe boots are working overtime in the construction yard. Oh, nice level 3 by Racek.
Yes. Very good call out there, Iriam. He caught him pressing buttons and just planted him with the level 3. And now Iriam fighting on his back foot here. Tried the poke. There's the sweep.
Pretty safe time to do it, too. Not his turn there. Nice. Ooh, the final frame, Racek! Coming through there with the DI.
Couldn't have cut it any closer there for the DI, right? That could not have been any closer.
Frame, baby.
Yeah.
He was counting them. He's like, I can still sneak in a medium punch for extra damage here. No, I don't need to.
Oh, good burn knuckle here for the punish. Racek in the corner. Nice block of the head press. And, oh, tried the overhead, but just gets poked right out of it.
Nice. Keeping it his turn and applying a lot of burn damage to your drive meter.
Unfortunate.
I'm telling you, let's just go back. Nice. We're going to get a real sexy punish here from Iriam Games. This into the level 3. Yes, sir.
Good call, because even if this doesn't kill, it's going to give him some meter. But this should finish. There it is.
It was a really nice starter there with the drive rush heavy punch.
Yeah, just called him out on that and just nailed him when he saw the opening.
That was only game 1. Crap.
Yeah. Yep. This is game 1. Already Iriam doing better than he did last time. It was a 3-0 from Racek, so Iriam already performing much better in this situation.
Oh my god, the TIs are not working out for him. And even worse than that, the bomb exploding mid-animation. So Racek definitely had time to combo. Getting a little lucky with him not doing so.
Yeah, Racek kind of dropping that combo. I mean, hey, in those situations, you drop a combo, you have to be like, I didn't drop a combo, it was a reset. Even if it was a dropped combo, you have to act like it wasn't a dropped combo.
Yeah, still in the round, still in the round. What are you guys complaining about?
Exactly, yeah.
We're doing good. Wow, great jab check into the counter hit confirm as well. Racek definitely looking like a little more sturdy of a play right now.
Right now, good throw by Iriam. Iriam's going to try to keep that pressure in. Racek's backing away. Oh, nice punish counter here. The bomb is set. Drive rush in.
I don't know what these combos are. Did it lag spike? What happened there, gentlemen? I need to know about that one. Level 3, a little early for Iriam. He's kind of making sure he has a chance to win this game versus fighting uphill.
That's what it seems like, yeah. Woo! Air to air. Oh, no! Oh, okay. Bomb is set. Nice!
It's getting late, folks.
Nice.
We're throwing stuff out. The OD burn knuckle. Iriam.
He probably saw that Racek was crouched down and charging and threw the burn knuckle out there to catch him, because he was staying crouched there for a while, and it's like you're charging for head press or devil's reverse.
Exactly. So he's just looking for the next movement after that charge and just going for it there. Force knockdown, no combo. But still, the neutral is looking really good on the side of Iriam. Racek needs to turn up the intensity. Even with the life lead and combos like that are such a great way to start it.
Oh, nice punish counter with the Buster Wolf. Iriam now fighting back. Burn knuckle, blocks the head press, and unfortunately eats the combo into the knee press, and then closing out with the bomb setup. Racek now tying it up 1-1.
Okay. Definitely Iriam getting very creative with his combos here. Racek kind of matching the energy by like contesting, but he feels like he's on the defense, which is never something you want to be with Bison.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're seeing it here. The throw loops, getting 2 throws, gets counter hit. Now Racek is fighting out of it. But yeah, I agree. We're seeing him very much just on a defensive mindset, and now when he's on offense, this is what you want to see. There's the Buster Wolf to catch him on the push-in.
Yeah, that's what Iriam's doing so well, though. He's never giving him a moment to think about winning. He's constantly pressing iframes, getting in his face, and just making him second guess everything. Even there, 2 bars for nothing.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that too. Yeah, like he throws out the power wave, and it's making him use the EX Psycho Crusher just to avoid it and get something else out of it. And now he's in burnout.
Yeah, an early one too. Iriam has plenty to go off of. Luckily, we do have that level 1 to get through it, or just jump away! There's always that option.
He probably felt that his back was coming up to the wall. He knew what was coming. It was a good save by Rosek. Good throw break.
Now we need to get back in that pocket. We need to start spending some of these resources we just got back. And some drive rush pressure plus bomb setup is such a great way to start off the party.
Throw, yep, catches him having to stand there and parry, then throws, now it's the jabs. Iriam has critical art. This could be dangerous.
Back at immaculate too, but we're gonna have to see that CA next round. That is gonna be racing, cleaning things up, tying up the round.
Man, oh, meeting him air to air, immediately just swatting him back down. Now Iriam, drive rush, both players staring at each other a little bit, trying to figure out their next move, and Rosek making that initial making that initial charge.
Pressure, putting it all into this level 3. Wants to attack the drive gauge, wants to set himself up for victory, knowing he can continue the pressure from here.
Now Iriam's doesn't have enough drive gauge to really do too much. He's probably gonna have to spend it on like 1 exchange here, but his health is so low. That's a good call. No, not close enough. Not close enough.
That was such a good drive rush stop with the light kick racing in his head. He's fighting his way into his consciousness.
Yeah, I was ready to call that a great call out because I saw him do the drive rush, but as soon as he stopped, I'm like, oh, not close enough. That's unfortunate. Like you said, great bait on the drive rush there, and now Rosek up 2-1.
Oh yeah, gets the bomb blow up there. Just gonna have to do a reset of stance, but the counter hit scissor kicks. Wow, Racing cleaning up his plate fast.
Now this puts Racek on set point here, 2-1. Iriam now fighting for tournament life. Rosek just starting to find what gave him that 3-0 initially.
How many heavy punches can we do against you? Let's find out together. Nice. I feel like if this is an incredibly small thing for Iriam because he plays so well, but he does find himself with a lot of forced knockdowns. If we could convert that into some extra damage, I feel like this set count would just be a tiny bit closer.
I can see what you're saying. Yeah, Iriam likes to kind of force those hard knockout situations and get the wake up. Nice overhead there with the drive rush. Starting to push in with the burn knuckle. Good throw breaks here by Rosek. Rosek is not letting him get his hands on him, but unfortunately he laid a hand on him for the bomb, and that one's going to work with the level 3.
Yeah, no light kick stoppager this time. It's full violence. Hitting him with that full CA. Still one of my favorites in this entire gosh darn game. And that's pretty much going to be a wrap for Iriam unless Racek can pull something out of a rabbit's magic hat. And a level 3 CA might be the start to this comeback.
It's going to give Rosek enough time to rebuild his drive gauge. Iriam down to 1 little bar in 3, 2, 1. Oh, right as Rosek got the drive gauge back, the little jab there closed it out. So, you know, all it took, Iriam was recognizing the situation. Was like, I'm not going to let you do it.
You're not allowed to like say, "Why cry? You're gonna die," and start counting. Okay, you might have some supernatural powers. I don't want to test things out here. All right, nice jab check by Iriam. Gonna find a throw here, toss him back to the middle, and keep things very neutral. Hey, we haven't seen too many throw loops, so it's time to start throwing those out.
Right now, unfortunately, Rosek not exactly in a place where he could throw them out. Drive gauge burns out, the pressure here from Iriam. Crack shoot loop. It's an interesting thing because Terry does not have the crack shoot loop anymore, but the fact that he doesn't have that makes the pressure that he applies when you are in burnout a lot more unpredictable. So now, Iriam is on set point off of being off of Rosek being in burnout. So this is going to be an interesting spot here. Iriam has him in the corner, has 2 bars to burn. Whoa.
Both of them fluttering past each other here. Gonna apply the bomb on Rasek's point and just let Iriam kind of play his own game here. The OD to get through the pressure of the bomb. Very smart option.
Just barely avoided the bomb. Bomb was about ready to detonate.
Heck, it might have during that rising tackle.
Both players kind of keeping their distance. Oh, tries the Devil's Reverse now. The throw for Iriam in the corner. This is going to do some hefty damage. He pops to level 3. Okay.
I think in his mind he had to, right? We're just getting way too close to that final bit. We might not be getting that CA damage, but I think we just have to spend it. Yeah, because now we're stuck here in the burnout. There is the opportunity for the level 3 to chip out, and that is what he is going to go for. That is Iriam Games winning with the 3-2 victory. Chip out. Final hit. Like fresh cake over here. We got LeviHakai with a spare life, and Iriam Games absolutely with the willpower and fighting abilities to get through it here and take the distance of 6 total victories to get the win.
That's going to be an endurance test in its own right, and we'll see what happens here as LeviHakai immediately applying the pressure. Iriam Games reversing it by getting the back throw, and now LeviHakai's back is up against the wall, but we've seen him fight out of that situation plenty of times before.
Nice, the perfect parry pickup into the sweep. Doesn't want to get too expensive here, but already spending things smart. LeviHakai, let's see what you got left in the tank. Ooh, got getting hit left in the tank.
It's an interesting thing to note with LeviHakai with the Elena is Power Wave is going to be especially effective because as I say that, goes right through the Power Wave. Nice. Because I was going to say that in certain situations, he was able to go underneath Air Slasher and Power Wave would mitigate that. But LeviHakai was like, don't worry, I have something for that too. But Iriam Games just closing out and making sure that he couldn't make the most of those situations either. And
look at the drive gauge he spent for that quick interaction, though.
Yeah, that's going to be the difference maker there, because for him to avoid Power Wave, I believe he has to use the gauge to avoid it. He could avoid Air Slasher doing the move normally because it's low profile. Power Wave is to the ground, so you need the iframes to avoid that. But LeviHakai does not seem bothered by the cost, and that may come back to bite him here.
Immediately going to spend this level 3. I like this option. Play for your advantage. We're not going to kill, but we're going to put him in burnout. We're going to get maximum damage for our CA and get about a bar and a half back.
Woo! Oh, reached out. That's going to hit. Wow. Nice call out on the level 2.
Phenomenal stuff. I wonder if he could have like backdashed into OD and started working from there, but the autopilot took a hold of us all.
Good drive rush here by LeviHakai. Forcing to the corner. Gets a good counter hit here. Rhino Horn into the wall again. Rhino Horn again and another level 2. Are they going to go for the heal? Yes. Going to heal for the drive gauge. I like it.
Very smart stuff there. Just able to give themselves a little bit of breathing room in a bad situation, as well as essentially maximize their potential damage here. Nice. Ready for it, and LeviHakai is off to a strong start if they're trying to wrap up this tournament quickly.
Right? And using the heal for the drive gauge there allowed them to be put in that position to use the overdrive to avoid the Power Wave. So really smart call, very future-sighted of LeviHakai, very precognizant of that.
Yeah, sometimes you don't always have to play for the win. You just got to play to not lose and take your time with it. It's no Street Fighter 4 Elaine, but you know, it's still a pretty good character. Nice.
The sheer monster that she was in SF4.
I mean, they did make an Ultra that gave her HP, and then Ultras were taken by losing HP.
Losing HP, yeah.
Somebody didn't think too hard when they did that, but that's okay. We've all done stupid stuff at our job. It's just one of them affected a fighting game for a few years.
But we see here LeviHakai's Elena doesn't need to worry about any of that, able to withstand the pressure and then landing the scratch field to close out the round, and now Iriam Games immediately applying pressure of their own to take this round another direction.
Nice, a lot of patience coming out. We definitely could have seen an EXDP now by Levi, but still wanting to hold on to that trick in the basket, knowing it's going to come in handy later if things get out of hand. But finally, the Abare pickup.
Oh, nice block and punish the follow-up, avoiding the overdrive, rising tackle, and just getting a good chunk of damage off that, like, 3% off of that combo alone.
Perhaps, and then the level 3 here, I've only been wrong all day, so I'm going to say it doesn't kill because I love being wrong. At least I can be aware
now,
of it, right?
now, hold on. Now, does it count for you not being wrong if you called it that way knowing you would be wrong?
I don't know.
I'll leave you with that existential. I'll leave you with that existential crisis in a minute, as LeviHakai is up 2-0 in our grand finals.
Really, it was just incredible meter management, putting together his neutral game so strong, and now we're going to get the throw loops, but it looks like Iriam Games has been watching some of the footage and knows Levi loves going for those options in tricky situations. Level 1 is still active to clean up the final bits of damage, but if we're just going to get DI'd, we're just going to get DI'd. Did we taunt kill? Did we taunt kill in grand finals?
Oh my goodness. Beautiful finish there with the DI, with the taunt finish, and LeviHakai is on set point.
We're feeling ourselves here, but the EXDP is going to get us through here. There we go. Spend that level 1, get the space management that you need, and start throwing some fireballs. Make them spend that 2 bars.
Unfortunately, throwing a fireball that close makes it so that he doesn't have to spend that meter, and that's what Iriam does not want. LeviHakai is very good at recognizing the space that they want to be at to really enforce their best positioning here. Now Iriam comes up with a throw. This might do it!
Yeah, it absolutely does. The level 3 to close it out. 3-0 LeviHakai. Taking it in a surprisingly explosive fashion. That seemed very one-sided.
I mean, Iriam had stuff going. There were certain situations where Iriam